The heavens are trembling, for a voice stronger than thunder is crying your name. Archangel Michael's wings are spread wide, and his tears fall like fire upon the earth. He cannot remain silent, because your spirit is standing at the edge of a great turning. You have overlooked the signs, delayed your response, and walked past the whispers sent to save you. Now the command comes directly from the throne. This is not optional, it is urgent. Heaven itself has dispatched Michael to summon you, for the moment is critical and time cannot be wasted. In the courts of eternity, silence was broken. Archangel Michael stepped forward, his voice filled with both sorrow and strength. He cried out not for himself but for you. His weeping shook the very pillars of heaven, because you have hesitated too long, brushed aside the guidance too often, and resisted the opening prepared for you. This is no longer a gentle call, it is an order. A heavenly summons demanding your full attention now, for the moment of decision is here. The sky above carries a cry unlike any you've ever heard. It is the cry of Archangel Michael, who does not weep lightly. When his tears fall, eternity shakes. He pleads on your behalf because you have wandered too far from the urgent message meant to protect and guide you. The delay has stretched long enough. Heaven commands action now. This is no ordinary call. This is a sacred order, sealed with fire and echoing through every realm until you respond. The sound you feel pressing against your chest is not thunder, it is the voice of Michael, the defender of souls, breaking through the veil. He cries out because he cannot watch you stand at the edge of your destiny and do nothing. The whispers sent before were ignored, the signs scattered around you were unseen. So now the highest command has been released. This is not a choice to be delayed. It is an urgent declaration that your spirit must awaken now. A war cry rose in heaven, and yet within it was sorrow. Michael wept, his tears falling before the throne, pleading for your attention. Too many times the message was placed before you and too many times you walked past it. Now the divine summons is clear, delay no longer. What is being delivered is not small, not casual, not ordinary. It is heaven itself calling your name, demanding you hear, receive, and respond before another moment slips away. The veil between heaven and earth thins tonight, and through it comes a voice drenched in both grief and power. Michael himself is crying, not because he is weak, but because the urgency of this moment burns with eternal weight. You have missed the gentle knocks, the whispers in the wind, the nudges of angels. But now heaven itself commands, open your heart, awaken your spirit, respond without hesitation. This is not a request. It is a summons bound by eternity's decree. When Michael's tears fall, the heavens tremble. Such tears are never wasted, they are poured only when destiny itself is at stake. His voice is rising now, echoing across eternity, calling your name with an urgency you cannot ignore. The signs were there but overlooked. The whispers surrounded you but you delayed. Now the hour has struck. A sacred command resounds from the throne. You are summoned to rise, to awaken, to answer now. The sound of heaven's grief is unlike anything on earth. Michael's cry pierces through the silence of eternity, because your spirit is hovering on the edge of something too important to miss. You've walked past too many signs, delayed too many times. His tears fall not in weakness but in urgency. Heaven commands him to summon you now. This moment is set apart. It is a sacred order, one that demands your attention immediately. From the throne came a command and Michael bowed low, his wings trembling. He rose with tears in his eyes, not for his own sake but for yours. His cry shook heaven's halls, for he has been sent to carry an urgent summons you cannot ignore. The gentle guidance was resisted, the signs unnoticed. But the time of delay has ended. The call now comes as a divine order, sealed by the highest authority. You are summoned and heaven waits for your answer. The stars themselves seemed to dim as Michael's cry rose through eternity. It was a cry born of anguish and urgency, for your path stands at a turning point. Too long have the warnings been brushed aside. Too long has the message been delayed. Now by divine command he summons you with authority. This is not a casual invitation. It is the urgent cry of heaven, demanding your full attention at this very moment. The air around you is trembling because a voice older than time has called your name. Do not dismiss this moment as ordinary, for it carries the weight of eternity. The heavens lean close tonight, and the angels bow their heads, waiting for you to respond. There has been delay, there has been hesitation, and still mercy has kept the door open. But now the call grows louder, piercing, undeniable. Your soul was marked, chosen, and entrusted with a divine summons. Will you answer before the sound fades? The atmosphere carries a sorrowful cry, and it is not from man but from the archangels themselves. They are grieving because you have walked past the whispers written for you. Yet even now their hands are extended. Their tears fall not to condemn, but to shake the hardness of delay from your heart. This is the hour when you cannot turn away, for the message is written in fire across the heavens, and the eternal realm demands your attention. Do you feel it? The vibration running through the air, the stirring you cannot explain? That is no coincidence. It is the roar of heaven reminding you of what you cannot ignore. A divine scroll was opened and your name appeared. You were not overlooked. You were not forgotten. And now a final plea reaches you. Awaken to this summons, for it was carved for you alone. Delay no longer, for heaven itself waits on your response. Tonight the veil is thin, and the cries of the eternal realm break through with urgency. The archangels bend low, not in defeat, but in mourning of the chances you've overlooked. Yet within that mourning is a cry of fierce love, determined to reach you still. The message is burning before you, etched with the authority of the highest throne. Do not treat it as common. Do not turn away. This is the hour you were meant to awaken. A thunder rolls in the unseen world, not of storms but of divine urgency. The great messenger's voice trembles with sorrow because too long have you postponed listening. This is not a warning for another time. This is the sound of eternity pressing against your present moment. You are called, chosen, and pursued. The angels cry out not to frighten you, but to remind you of what is at stake if you delay one heartbeat longer. There is a silence in heaven that feels heavy tonight. The kind that only comes before a decree is spoken. And when that silence breaks, your name is on the lips of the eternal ones. They do not weep because you are forgotten, but because you are so deeply remembered. The summons has gone forth, urgent and undeniable, and you cannot push it aside again. The cry is for you, now in this very moment. The tears of the messenger fall not as weakness but as a sign of the depth of heaven's love for you. They echo through realms unseen, shaking the walls of delay that you've built. The whispers you once ignored have gathered into a storm of sound, impossible to escape. Yet within the storm is mercy, within the cry is hope, within the summons is life. The time has come to listen, to open, to receive. You must understand, this call is not casual. It is not another passing word meant to be skimmed and forgotten. The heavens themselves are trembling because your answer matters. Archangels mourn not because they are powerless, but because you've underestimated how precious you are. Every delay grieves them and still they cry for you, plead for you, reach for you. Do not harden your heart again. The sound you hear is not man's, it is eternal. The authority of heaven rests upon this moment, and the cry of the messenger is proof of its weight. You have brushed past divine whispers before, but this one cannot be ignored. This one carries the urgency of eternity pressing against your present. You were chosen to hear, chosen to awaken, chosen to carry what others cannot. The tears falling in heaven are not to shame you, they are to call you into destiny. The unseen world is not silent tonight. It trembles with a mixture of sorrow and hope, because your name has risen in the courts above. The archangel cries not out of weakness but because delay has stolen too much from you already. Still heaven fights for you. Still the summons has gone forth. The choice is now before you. This is no ordinary message. It is the sound of eternity demanding your attention. Heaven whispers tonight, do not think you've been overlooked. For your name was written in golden ink before the foundations of the earth. Even now, a stranger of wealth and status prepares to step into your path, not by coincidence but by divine orchestration. This is not chance, it is heaven's arrangement. The Spirit declares, your delays are ending. What you thought was lost is about to reappear with increase. The very doors that refused to open will swing wide before you, because angels have been dispatched carrying keys meant only for your destiny. God's hand has marked you. A reversal is unfolding. Where poverty stalked your steps, abundance now marches forward. You will see favor in the eyes of someone highly placed, and their single decision will shift the entire course of your life. My beloved, do not doubt, heaven says. For this chapter was written long before you struggled. The enemy tried to bury your voice, but tonight even kings are turning their ears toward your name. The time has come for your unveiling that a powerful figure hidden from your view has spoken your name aloud. Their influence will now serve you. Do not ask how. Do not ask why. The Lord Himself has commanded, and their wealth will touch your life. The Spirit moves with fire tonight. I see chains breaking, debts dissolving, and heavy burdens lifted. You thought you would carry them forever, but heaven has declared an expiration date on your suffering, tonight. The tears you cried in silence were not wasted. They watered the soil of miracles. That is why a benefactor of great means now stirs restlessly, compelled to find you, compelled to bless you. This is heaven's justice. My child, God whispers, I have not forgotten. You are about to be remembered in the presence of someone who carries the resources of nations. Do not shrink back. This is your confirmation that you've wrestled in the midnight hours, but tonight angels are writing your story in light. Your struggles will not define you anymore. Abundance, recognition, and healing are stepping forward. A voice carries through the heavens. Do not think your worth is hidden, for even the mighty are turning their gaze toward you. A wealthy hand will extend in kindness, not because you asked, but because God commanded. The heavens align tonight, and every delay crumbles. I see contracts, opportunities, and sudden breakthroughs rushing to meet you. You will stand in awe at how fast everything changes. Someone influential is about to whisper your name where it matters most. Their single word will lift you higher than years of effort ever could. This is God's way of proving He still writes your story. My beloved, angels are surrounding you, God says. They will ensure no power can block this blessing. Even those who once resisted you will be forced to honor what I am doing in your life. The unseen realm is stirring. A door that was locked has just shattered open. You will walk where you were once denied, and you will be honored where you were once overlooked. Tonight, the Spirit whispers, get ready for the unexpected. The person you least imagine will be the one to carry your breakthrough. Heaven uses vessels you would never predict. A prophetic reversal is in motion. What was stolen from you is being multiplied and returned. Watch carefully. Your next conversation will carry the seed of your financial and spiritual freedom. My child, your destiny is radiant. No force of darkness can eclipse what I ordained. Even those in high positions are restless until they release what belongs to you. Angels have walked before you and arranged divine meetings. Someone with wealth, connections, and authority is preparing to extend favor. Receive it boldly. This is the moment you've been praying for. You thought heaven was silent, but listen, your name echoes in the courts of eternity. What you lost will be restored in greater measure, and those in power will assist in your elevation. My beloved child, says the Lord, you will not labor in vain anymore. A sudden breakthrough is entering your life, one that will make you forget the bitterness of past struggles. Tonight the unseen shifts. Where others saw nothing in you, someone with great resources now sees everything. They are moved not by chance but by divine appointment. God says, I will astonish you. You will stand before opportunities so great you will wonder if you are dreaming. But this is no dream, it is the fulfillment of my promise. A figure of wealth and power will cross your path. They will carry in their hands the blessing heaven stored up for you. Do not be afraid, it is for you alone. Your prayers have broken through the delay. The weeping of angels has turned into a shout of joy. Watch closely as your name is exalted in places of influence. Heaven commands, lift up your eyes, for your help is not coming from where you expected. Divine favor is preparing to crash into your life like a sudden flood. My child, you are stepping into a reversal, God says. Every closed door, every denied opportunity will soon testify of my power as it swings wide open for you. Do not underestimate this hour. What seemed ordinary will turn extraordinary. A conversation, an introduction, a meeting, everything is aligning for your sudden breakthrough. The wealth of the mighty is shifting hands. It is not coincidence, it is divine transfer. You will see it, hold it, and testify of it. The Spirit says, prepare for elevation. For heaven has stirred a voice in your favor, and their influence will break barriers that held you bound for years. Your destiny is roaring louder than your doubts. You cannot be hidden any longer. Tonight, the heavens decree that a wealthy hand will carry